Hello, my name is Lee. Welcome to my channel, The Diabetic Walker, a channel forged to bring together my passion for walking and the outdoors with my unfortunate affliction of type 1 diabetes and the complications that can arise, but also the benefits of the combination of these two things. Now, it probably goes without saying, I'm not here to offer any medical advice, just to document my own personal experiences and how I deal with what diabetes can throw at you and what I do to tackle it on a day-to-day basis. That said, I hope you find this channel entertaining, for that is its main purpose. Good morning, Lee here, the Diabetic Walker, out in one of my favourite places to be, the New Forest. Just left the station, Brockenhurst, and we're walking down this beautiful country lane, Mill Lane, and we're heading towards Bewley to a place called Hatchet Pond. I've just left Mill Lane now and I'm walking alongside the Bewley Road for a couple of 100 yards. We're going to be turning off into the Perrywood Ivy enclosure. Left the road behind now. We're now in the Perrywood Ivy enclosure. Been here before. In fact, a friend and I done a wild camp just over here. It was a bit of a disaster, if I'm honest. Not for me, but definitely for him. Brought his tent, only brought half his poles and no pegs. It absolutely poured down. Fortunately, I'd brought a tarp with me, so I set the tarp up. When I got up in the morning, that's where I found him. Didn't look very happy. Beautiful crisp day today. It's a little bit on the cold side. It's about 0 degrees when I left home, but for me this is a perfect weather for walking. Beautiful blue skies, cold and crisp. When I left home, had a small bowl of cereals. No insulin again. Don't normally take insulin when I'm coming out for a walk. I soon burn it off. My sugars were 4.8 when I left home. They rose to about 11 and a half while I was on the train. And I've only been walking about a mile and a half and they've come down to about 8.5. As always, just keep checking them. I've got plenty of chocolate in my bag, plenty of carbs to keep my levels where they need to be. Got a couple of bananas in my bag today. Don't always carry bananas because they can get a bit messy in your bag, but they are a great source of carbohydrate and they really work. If my sugars have been low, I'll have a bit of chocolate and a banana and you can feel the energy rising in your body. They really do the job well.
My sugars are heading a little bit low, down to 4.9. So just pulled out a protein bar with a bit of chocolate on it. Just going to keep walking. I feel okay at the moment. We're not too far from Hatchet Pond now. Then we're going to cross Hatchet Plain and onto Hatchet Pond, where we're probably going to stop and have something to eat. It's probably a little bit early, but probably going to be the best place to sit down. It's a nice place to sit down and eat, so I'll probably just have an early lunch there. Well, as you can see, I've made it to Hatchet Pond. That took about 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. Probably could have, if I wasn't doing all the filming and whatnot, we could have done it in an hour and a half easily. But anyhow, we're here now. I'm just walking around the outside. I'm going to find someone to sit down and have something to eat. It's about 11:15 now. So, I'll see you in a bit. Just finished my lunch. Didn't spend too long there. As soon as I sat down, it started to get quite cold actually. Quite deceiving, the sun's out, but it is pretty cold today. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. I only left the pond about 20 minutes ago, so I haven't walked very far really after having my lunch there. And my low glucose alarm just went off on my phone, so apologies if I sound a bit slurry. I'm not making any sense. Maybe you won't even notice the difference. But I like to film these moments. I have had a bar of chocolate, by the way. I'm not just rambling on for the sake of it. Film these moments to show you, give you some idea of maybe how I'm feeling when my sugars go low and how it affects the way I do things, you know. It really can make you mad, make some mad decisions. Looks like I've got a nice steep hill coming up ahead of me. So I think I'm going to get another banana out, get some carbs in my system. And hopefully we can make it up this hill. Well, it is such a beautiful day to be out walking in the forest. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Seriously though, I do feel blessed sometimes. Where I live, I've got this right on my doorstep, half an hour on the train. A little bit further west, we've got the Jurassic Coast in Dorset. Go that way, east, we've got the Sussex Downs. Got a multitude of beaches, Dorset as well. It's really not a bad place to be at all. Just check my glucose levels and they're back up to 7.6, which is pretty good, not too bad, a little bit high maybe. I've also checked how far I've walked. 9.9 miles. I've got at least another mile to go. Hopefully the miles are going to be the higher number than my glucose levels by the time I finished. As I was saying earlier, I have wild camped here before in the forest on numerous occasions actually. It really is frowned upon out here. I've never had any problems, just been lucky maybe. I have spoken to some of the forest rangers about it. Told them that I've been out here. Yeah, they weren't too happy. Never mind. But really, I think we should all be able to share this beautiful forest, you know. Having said that, you do need to follow the rules. Leave no trace. No fires, absolutely not. Anyone who does that, why would you risk burning all this down? Just thoughtless. I mean, there are plenty of really good campsites in the New Forest as well, if wild camping is not your thing, and it's not for everyone. And I have used the campsites on many, many occasions, more times than I've wild camped actually. So, you know, I think I've kind of found that balance between the wild camping and the camping with just a bit of luxury, you know, proper toilet. So it was quite nice. Well, I'm not too far from Brockenhurst now. Another couple of miles maybe. But we're back on the path that we went out. I've really enjoyed today. I hope you have. And if you did, please like and subscribe. Would really appreciate that. I'm Diabetic Walker. I'll see you on the next one.